The early 2010s, and to a lesser extent, the latter half of the decade, gave us celebrities who went viral in enormous ways, but never received the same level of attention for their following projects. Since we're talking about our recent past, rather than, say, the long-forgotten 90s icons of our millennial childhoods, most of these 10s icons are still going strong professionally. In fact, several have movies and songs well worth checking out in the present day. Here, some great icons from the 10s you've forgotten about, but shouldn't have. You probably know Henry Ian Cusick for his role as Desmond on Lost, which had its final season in 2010, but fans of the 100 will know he also had an ongoing role in that series. Per his IMDb, he has continued to work, including on NCIS, Hawaii and Big Sky. Canadian singer-songwriter Melanie Fiona actually began her career in the O and had her breakout late in the decade with Give It To Me Right and It Kills Me. Her second album in the early 10s was also popular. She released music later that decade. Per her social media, she has also been a podcast co-host and founder of a lifestyle brand. While you may remember Nicole Scherzinger most vividly from the Pussycat Dolls, you may not realize the singer you knew and loved is now a media personality, including on The X Factor and The Masked Singer, and also has played Norma in the musical Sunset Boulevard. South Korean rapper, singer, and songwriter Psy has continued to release and perform very popular music, even though we probably know him best from his internationally viral hit and equally viral dance Gangnam Style. He founded his own label in 2019. Sometimes referred to mononymously as Casey, Casey Battaglia started her music career at 11. She rose to prominence with 2001's Paradise, but you more likely know her from Body Shots, featuring Ludacris, which was featured on One Tree Hill in 2010. Far East Movement's debut 2010 single, Like a G6, is so catchy you'll still be humming it long after you finish this article. They have released more music and started their own label, which includes signing South Korean indie rock band The Rose in 2022. Like other stars on this list, Jasmine V started performing young. She appeared as Justin Bieber's love interest in the Baby music video, 2010, and is probably most known for That's Me Right There, featuring Kendrick Lamar in 2014. You probably know Tiny Tempa, sometimes referred to as Tiny, from his very popular singles, including Pass Out and Written in the Stars, as well as Children of the Sun. He created his own entertainment company and has continued to release music. You may not be familiar with the name New Boys, Earl, Ben J, Benjamin and Dominic, Legacy, Thomas, but you may be familiar with their music, You're a Jerk, Tie Me Down, and a feature on Hot Chelle Ray's I Like It Like That. They reunited in 2022 to release some new music. Following success as a rapper and then subsequently some personal and professional conflicts, Iggy Azalea has continued to release new music, although she's on and off retired from the music scene. She has also done some modeling and fashion ventures. The frat rapper, whose work includes I Love College, and his first studio album Asleep in the Bread Aisle with former manager Scooter Braun, released his last album in 2020. Per his social media, he has continued to perform and write, and has also gone on tour. Most known for their single Am I Wrong, Oslo duo Nico and Vinz, Kahuli Nicolay Sariba and Vincent Derry, have continued to release music and said they were working on a second album in 2019. And they still shout out their original hit from time to time. You may know rapper and singer Kreayshawn from her viral hit, Gucci Gucci, which was watched almost 3 million times on YouTube in 3 weeks, way back in 2011, and was certified platinum in 2023. According to social media, she has worked on new music. The Australian DJ and singer-songwriter has released a variety of compilation albums as well as singles like We Run the Night. She was a contestant on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and has released new music and still DJs per her social media. Kristen Bauer Van Straten, who sometimes goes by Kristen Bauer, was the best part of True Blood, i.e., the grouchy and stylish vampire Pam. She was also Maleficent on Once Upon a Time. More recently, she has co-hosted a True Blood podcast and endorses causes she supports per social media. Miguel's debut album in 2010, All I Want Is You, was a sleeper hit at the time and brought him to the mainstream for the first time. Believe it or not, a single from that album, Sure Thing, was a hit long after its release in 2023. He has released new music per social media. A lot of Ryan Cabrera's viral hits were released in the O, including True, On the Way Down, and 40 Kinds of Sadness, but he released new music in the early 10s and also launched a web series. Per his social media, he still performs both as a singer and DJ. In a synergistic moment, Dev's song, Booty Bounce, was sampled in Like a G6, which led to her being signed and releasing singles including Bass Down Low and In the Dark. According to social media, she has continued to work and even took the stage at Lollapalooza in 2022. Hot Chelle Ray's I Like It Like That, featuring New Boys, was released in 2011 and basically became the song of the early decade, as was their song, Tonight Tonight, released the same year. They released new music in 2020. Per social media, they continue to release and perform new music. The co-founder and lead vocalist of Gym Class Heroes, Travie McCoy, also released Billionaire with Bruno Mars in 2010, which was incredibly popular and really catchy. In 2021, he signed with Hopeless Records. I Love McConan is probably best known for his single, Tuesday, and its subsequent remix by Drake. He retired from music in 2016 after departing his record label. Then unretired, he has continued to release music. To be clear, Carly Rae Jepsen is still around and making great music. It's just that she's kind of the music aficionado's best kept secret, because everyone else knows her from 2012's Call Me Maybe. She's performed at Coachella, released new music, and absolutely deserves a follow. The relatable, down-to-earth Sam from True Blood has also worked on and off Broadway. Post-Blood in a role in The Fault in Our Stars, he played the vice president on Homeland, and he's continued to act per his IMDb. Icona Pop, made up of Stockholm duo Aino Jawo and Caroline Jelf, gave us I Love It in 2012, and I haven't stopped singing it since. They still release music and perform. Hilariously, their social media proudly proclaims, "We still don't care," a brilliant reference to their smash hit. That's Not My Name, technically released in 2007 but popular through the early 10s, will forever remain for me one of the catchiest songs of all time. They released and performed new music into the 10s and continued to do so, per their social media. Technically, Fun was a band made up of members of other bands, Jack Antonoff, Steel Train, Andrew Dust, Anathallo, and Nate Roos, The Format. They went on hiatus in 2015 and went on to do their own things, but We Are Young will live forever in our hearts and minds. Your Eyes Do Not Deceive You, Frankie Muniz went from acting to racing. Technically, Malcolm in the Middle ended in 2006 and he put his acting career on hold in 2008, but he still had a big presence in the 10s with his racing career and band. He's still done some work as a media personality and still references his roots from time to time. Somebody That I Used to Know was the most successful song of 2012, making Gautier, Wally De Backer, one of the few Australian artists to top the US charts. Actually, Gautier released new music in 2024, Somebody, 2024, a remix of his original song. I realize this seems unfair. Taylor Lautner rose to superstardom thanks to the Twilight films and subsequent projects never quite obtained that massive success. He's been a podcaster and he continued to act, per his social media, and he's also an ex and very public fan of Taylor Swift.